much of that. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Austin, how fortunate do you feel to be in the postseason on an annual basis, and do the emotions feel similar to they did the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're very fortunate to be in the postseason. It's very hard to get here, and yeah, the emotions are the same. I mean, the intensity, the just everything about the postseason is exciting, and the waves of rushes and everything that goes with it is there. And like I said, it's exciting.
Riley, how has you talked about you've been in the postseason since you've joined the team. So how different is Riley 2019 postseason versus Riley in 2022 postseason?
Well, I didn't make the postseason roster in 19. 2020, just the trying to do too much, the unwanted pressure that you put on yourself when your first time in it. Now it's just you got to go out there and play your game, and not try to do too much. Yesterday we had a lot of opportunities to take advantage of that ball game and didn't do it. I had one better at bats today from myself. Felt like I missed some pitches when pitches were left over the plate and just didn't capitalize on them. So,
Justin.
Hey, Austin, I know when you were drafted, there were a lot of people in the organization that maybe saw 21 or 22 as kind of a target date for when you guys as a core could realistically win a championship or kind of become what you've been. Do you remember at what point you noticed that there was just a lot of talent down there in the minors and that you guys could have a pretty good run of success?
I think probably 18, 19 is whenever I, realized that, our core group is pretty special. Even, I didn't know it at the time, but even in that 2016 team in Rome, I mean, there's so many guys that were on that team that, are here now and making impacts. I feel very fortunate to be part of that group and the run that, that we're on right now. It's just, it says a lot about the front office, the work that they've done, really the guys, the personalities that they really focus on. I mean, we got a really good group. Guys are, pulling for each other. They come to work every day. And I think that's, when you go through those little bumps in the roads, I think that's where, you can lean back on that. And that's what, to me, that's what gets you through those moments.
Jesse?
Over here, similar question to previous one, but about leadership, since you signed up long term, and maybe after Freddie moved on, there's maybe a little bit of a void. Have you changed in terms of that, evolved, and also does it show up in moments like when you're down a game in a series?
No, I just try to be myself every day. Just try to, really let my on-field play, show the kind of person that I am. Guys know that I come to work every day. I put in the time in the cage, video, whether it's weight room, whatever. I just, I know you can't take this game for granted whatsoever. It'll punch you in the gut and keep doing it if you let it. So it's just a matter of, continue to work. I think, Dansby has stepped up huge, this year. He's our guy. To me, I think, he's the captain of the infield in the clubhouse. I just, try to mimic, kind of what he's showing also we just, we got the same personalities. We like I said, we come to work every day. We, just pull for each other. And I think that's what, that's, how we go about our business.
Austin, obviously, last year at this time, you guys are down 1-0. You end up having a parade for a championship. Can you take us inside this team's ability to just flush away setbacks and get back to, where you guys need to be playing-wise?
Yeah, like I said, we were at this point last year. And there's no panic. There's, it's just a matter of coming in today and executing our game plan. When guys are in scoring position, having those key at bats, that's what it comes down to. So there's no, there's a sense of urgency to, you definitely want to get this one today. But at the same time, you just, like I said, you can't put that unwanted pressure on yourself. You just got to go out there and play baseball and let things come to you.
Austin, going back to talking about Dansby, we heard he kind of earned the nickname the Sheriff in the clubhouse. So have you heard about it? Can you expand on it a little bit? Who gave it?
I've heard a little bit about it, but I wouldn't put him as a sheriff. He's just, he's that guy that guys look to him. He's a leader. He carries himself the right way. He's not gonna jump on you or anything. He's just, like I said, he's that ultimate leader. Wants the good out of everybody. He's got a great heart, and he cares. His ultimate goal is winning, and that's I think that's a motto that anybody can jump on. So I think that's why everyone kind of gravitates towards him.
And I know the little one is too young to know what's going on, but does it feel any different being a dad in the postseason and having, I don't know, him experience it with your wife?
Oh yeah, no, I want to get a win so I can bring him in the clubhouse, take a little victory lap after a win, and he's going to Philly, so it's going to be exciting. Just to share those moments with him for sure.
Justin.
Snit told us kind of the unfortunate news about Matzik. What has he meant to your guys' team, and how bad do you feel for a teammate like that?
You hate it. He's a huge reason why we made their run last year, and to see someone like him. Like I said, he's one of those guys that cares a lot about this team, and see him go down like that's unfortunate. At the same time, I think a little sigh of relief because I think he was trying to figure out what was going on with him, and I think to have that know what the bug is, and he can now go to work and get that thing taken care of. But at the end of the day, you hate it for someone like him.
Maria.
What's it been like for you to watch Kyle Wright just kind of step into his own this year, especially from where you're standing at third?
It's pretty cool. Everybody goes through their struggles, their ebbs and flows of trying to figure out themselves, as players, as persons, and to see what he's done this year has been pretty incredible. To hit 20 wins is awesome. Just to see the confidence that he has, on the mound, and step up in those big moments. When things I think I've noticed the most this year is, when things aren't going his way, as much as he wants them to, he stays calm and ends up making the pitches that he needs. And I think that just shows a lot of the maturity of him. And you knew the stuff was there. It's just a matter of, him putting it together, and he's done that.
Ethan.
Max yesterday clearly wasn't at 100%, but was still able to go out and battle. What did you see from him and his determination at pitching game one?
I think he threw a lot of strikes. I think he was competing as hard as he could. I think they just had a really good game plan. They executed. I think that's what it came down to yesterday. Is just the difference in them executing the plans and we didn't. And like I said, you got to tip their cap because like I said they didn't miss pitches. So you hate it. You definitely want to jump out in game one. But like I said, today's a new day. Get right back after it today.
Just knowing that Wright only had really postseason experience last year and now is jumping into this big role in game two. What have you seen from him, and just knowing that he has to step up for you guys today, and you guys are confident in that?
Yeah, no, we're super confident in him. Like I said, he's taking. I feel like he's taking that big step this year of just having that confidence, having that trust in his stuff. That knowing that he's going to go out there and execute pitches, and just be himself. And like I said, we have all the confidence in the world in him.
Jesse.
Speaking of their game plan, I mean, when Schwarber and Harper turn around to bunt, is that sort of wake you up a little bit and just keep an eye on that the rest of the series? Well, I know you're not going to change your defense, but
yeah, I think that was just part of postseason. Having that in the shift, having that big gap over there open. They're just trying to take advantage of every situation they can. Definitely keep an eye on it. But guys like that, Harper and Schwarber, if I'd rather take a single versus a homers for any day of the week.
Mark. We've talked a lot about Strider in here. Are you guys excited to get updates about him and know exactly when he's going to be able to pitch too?
Yeah, oh yeah. The what he's done this year and his stuff is so elite. To potentially have him at some point, I think that just gives us our team that much more confidence of knowing, liking where we're at.
Kelly?
Austin, you mentioned your plate appearances today. For what the sample size is, you've had some success against Wheeler. I don't want you to give too much of your game plan away, but what will some of the things be that you're trying to do, execute, look for today?
Just try to get something over the plate. I felt like, I think they're not giving me much over the plate, and it's just a matter of capitalize it when they do. I think that's as simple as I can put it. Is when they do miss over the plate, I can't miss it, and that's going to be the goal today. Is try to jump on those pitches and not miss them. And Wheeler's a really good pitcher, and the stuff that he has is elite. So it's a matter of him making mistakes and not missing them.
We'll take one last one with Justin in front.
The amount of long-term extensions you guys have on this roster is something that seems pretty unprecedented in kind of the economic landscape of baseball. How much do you think that continuity, maybe 5 years down the road, is going to help the success of this team to have that core?
Just how young we are, the core group, that we have the same mindsets. To have that for 4, 5, 6 years down the road, I think it just builds to what we're doing right now. It's just like I talk about when us infielders play every day. You build that relationship with the guy next to you. Whether it's now it's Strider, Harris, those guys. You build those relationships and know what to expect from each other, and it just you can then build on that, to hopefully, be here more, year in and year out.
Thanks for coming in, Austin.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So can you give us a little bit just of a vibe in the clubhouse this morning? Just how are the guys feeling after dropping game one?
Sí, cuéntanos del ambiente en el clubhouse esta mañana después de perder el juego anoche.
Ya lo de ayer pasó ya. Ya hoy es hoy, ya tenemos la mentalidad de ganar el partido de hoy. Ya pasamos la página de ayer y estamos todos como siempre contentos ahí.
What happened yesterday was yesterday. Today's a new day. And I think we all came in with that same mentality that we're going to win tonight's game. And the vibe in there is the same as it always is. Happy.
Orlando, this team has had a way of bouncing back after losses all season long. It's kind of what you've hung your hat on. Is there any reason to think tonight would be any different just because of the stakes?
Este equipo siempre ha tenido éxito después de juegos así como tuvimos ayer, y que siempre pues peleamos otra vez el próximo día, que si hoy sería una razón de que algo diferente que pasara.
Esa es una de las cosas que me gustó al llegar a este equipo desde el año pasado, de verdad que ya si perdemos hoy, ya el día de mañana es otra cosa ya, y estamos con otra mentalidad que es ganar el partido que nos toca, ¿verdad? Vamos a pelear hasta el final para darle la victoria al equipo, que es lo que uno quiere.
That's one of the things I really liked once I was able to become a member of this team. It just felt like whenever we lost a game, turn the page on to the next day, right? So it's one of those teams where I think we keep fighting to the end, and we just take every game for that game, and we just expect and go out to win that day's game.
Right here in the front.
Can you just take me through your journey? When Ozzie went down, you were in, and then they tried a couple other options, but now it appears that they're going with you. Just kind of take me through what that's been like for you.
Cuéntanos cómo ha sido para ti en particular tu camino después que se lastimó así. Tuviste jugando un ratito, entonces te lastimaste tú y pues le dieron otros peloteros oportunidades, pero ahora se han como que afincado contigo. Cuéntanos tu camino así.
Mira, siempre he dicho, somos un equipo, uno no quiere que se lesione el compañero, se lesionó Albi lastimosamente, me dieron el chance a mí, me lesioné también. Y también el muchacho que trajeron también hizo buen trabajo. Aquí estamos para ayudarnos todos mutuamente, ¿verdad? Lo que queremos es, tenemos un solo objetivo, que es quedar campeón, la verdad que sí.
Yeah, I've always said that we're a team, and it's hard to watch any of your teammates go down. So it was really unfortunate to see Ozzie get hurt. Then I got hurt, and obviously we give other guys good opportunities, and they made the most of it. But we're a team first, and I think we all share the same objective, which is to finish the season as champions.
Allison.
Do you feel different at all with this team, like last year's postseason run compared to this season's postseason run with them at all?
Que si te sientes diferente tú mismo dentro de este equipo comparado con la temporada del año pasado o la postemporada.
No, de verdad que con Heredia ahí tenemos siempre la misma alegría todos, de verdad, apoyándonos mutuamente.
No, not really. I feel like with with her already around, I feel like we have that joy and that happiness around, and I feel like we do a good job of supporting one another.
A few more for Orlando. Kelly?
Orlando, you guys have seen Wheeler a couple times this season. What are the challenges you think in facing him this evening?
Sí, ¿cuáles son los retos enfrentando a Wheeler esta noche?
No, pelear cada turno, ¿verdad? Pelear cada turno, tratar de llegar a base, las posibilidades que uno tenga para llegar a las bases para que nos traigan al home play.
Just battle. You're gonna have to battle every at bat, and just try to take advantage of every opportunity to get on base and just have the guys drive you in.
Any last ones, guys?
Snit, how encouraged were you with what Ozuna did throughout September?
No, it's pretty good. I mean, we just